Hi, and welcome to this week's Mortgage Broker broadcast. This week's podcast is all about over-promising and under-delivering, which is something that we all get frustrated with. If you're on the receiving end, whether you're a mortgage broker, whether you're a client, over-promising, under-delivering when you're on the receiving end of it is very frustrating. So we've all been in that situation as an employee or as a self-employed mortgage broker as part of a firm. If the owner, the business owner, is over promising, under delivering to us as individuals, it's very frustrating. And you've got to think about that from a broker point of view as well with your clients, because if I'm a client of yours and you're my mortgage broker and you are over promising, under delivering, again it becomes very frustrating. So what I wanted to do is, I get frustrated with this sort of thing because there is no need to over promise and under deliver. But what I want, and I'm seeing it more and more within the mortgage broker world, within the mortgage broker space, not only from a firm owner point of view, with other firm owners that are over promising, under delivering, that I'm hearing from mortgage brokers, but also from a client point of view as well. So that's what I wanted to talk about on the podcast today, really looking at over promising, under delivering, but more importantly, the consequences of doing that. So let's just get into the podcast. You're listening to the Mortgage Broker broadcast with me, Craig Skelton, the podcast which helps mortgage brokers at all stages of their mortgage broking career. So welcome to this week's podcast, which, as I said, is all about over-promising, under-delivering, and more importantly, understanding what the consequences are when you over-promise and under-deliver. So we've all experienced it, whether we've been an employee, working for a firm, working for a large corporate firm. We've been on the receiving end of over-promising, under-delivering, which can be very frustrating as a person and can be very frustrating as an employee. It normally forms part, if you are an employee and if you've experienced that, you'll band it all together under what you call corporate bull. And that is part of over-promising, under-delivering. I know firsthand that I've experienced over-promise, under-delivering, and I understand how frustrating that can be. And that's why I wanted to talk about on the podcast, because the more mortgage brokers I talk to, the real frustration is with regards to over-promising, under-delivering. There's no real need for it. The thing is, with over-promising, under-delivering, there is no need for it. And so whether that you're an employee in a firm, whether you've been self-employed in a firm, or you're a mortgage broker dealing with clients, understanding the consequences of over-promise, under-delivering, understanding and acknowledging that that's something that you do, is then a great start, because then you can look at, that's a habit you already have, is then looking at how you want to change that habit and how you then want to flip what you're doing right now with over-promising, and then start to look at the total opposite of that, which is under-promising, over-delivering, whatever you want to call it. But so, like I say, we've all experienced it as an employee within a firm that we've worked with. We've also, you may have experienced it as well as a self-employed mortgage broker, but as part of a firm, so business owner or somebody who has responsibility in the firm, as a habit of over-promising, under-delivering. And it's also as well looking at it from a customer point of view. So we will have all experienced it as a consumer, where it doesn't have to be a mortgage broker, it doesn't have to be in the mortgage or financial services space. We will have all experienced over-promising and under-delivering. So you've got to think from a customer point of view, from a human being point of view, as a consumer, how do you feel when you are over-promised and under-delivered? And so, like I say, you've got to do, if that's something that you have as a habit, understanding how you feel if that happens to you, well, then that you're on the path to doing something about it. But that's acknowledging that that's something you do, and then looking at what you can do about it to then form a new habit. Because when you are over-promising, the consequences of it as a business owner who has the responsibility of a team, and the team of mortgage brokers are your clients, they're your clients. So you're over-promising, under-delivering to your clients. The consequence of that, and the brokers within your business, but then also looking at, like I say, from a mortgage broker point of view, whose clients are the front end, the consumers who are buying, who are signing up for mortgage applications, signing the protection applications, they're your clients, is looking at the consequence of both, because whether you're a business owner, whether you're a mortgage broker, building trust with your clients is vital to the growth of your business, is vital to your clients and your client retention. And so building trust is massive. Don't ever underestimate building trust with your clients when you're looking to grow your business. So the impact of and the consequences of overpromising and under-delivering when you are trying to build trust with your clients is massive, because what happens is, if you're overpromising and under-delivering with your clients, that puts you on the back foot. Whether you're a business owner, whether you're a mortgage broker, puts you on your back foot with your clients. And being on the back foot with your clients is not where you want to be. You want to be on the front foot with your clients at all time. And that can look in various ways, because being on the front foot can have different guises, but you really do want to be on the front foot with your clients at all times. And if you're not on the front foot with your clients, then you need to do something about that. And like I say, so we're going to look at it from the consequences of overpromising from a business owner point of view, from a mortgage broker point of view, and also from a client point of view. So first of all, from a business owner point of view, I've already explained that mortgage brokers are your clients. They are your clients. And so as a business owner, you have a team of mortgage brokers, and their motivation is your responsibility. So if you're looking at overpromising and under-delivering, think about it from a motivation point of view. How motivated are they going to be that you are overpromising and under-delivering with them in every aspect of the role? And it might just be one part of the role that you're doing that, but it might be every aspect of the role, every aspect of the relationship that you've got. So you've got to think about, people want to be treated how, sorry, I got that wrong. You've got to treat people how you want to be treated yourself. Treat people how you expect to be treated. And so if you're, as a business owner, if you've got that as part of your culture, part of who you are, as a habit of you are as a business owner, then that is fundamental to building trust and the growth of your business. Because if you don't treat people how you expect to be treated yourself, that's not right. That will have an impact on the growth of your business, whether that's short term or long term. And as mortgage brokers are, as firm owners are, we're in this for the long term. It's not a quick win. Being a mortgage broker, being a firm owner, is not something that you're going to dip your toe into and leave within 3 months. You're looking to build a long-term career. You're looking to build a business on the back of what you're trying to do and what you're doing and what you're trying to achieve. So think about how you feel. You've got to think about that. With dealing with your mortgage brokers, dealing with people in your team, you've got to think about how you deal with them and how you would feel if you were dealt with it in the same way and treated the same way as you're treating your team. So think about that from a team point of view. And that again goes back to the consequences of overpromising and under-delivering, because sometimes it can be unintentional. You might be a business owner or somebody with responsibility that doesn't deal with conflict very well within the person that is in your firm. And so overpromising and under-delivering sometimes can be unintentional. But if that is the case, if that is you and that is something that you're aware that you do, again, you might not be malicious in doing the overpromising, but it will not help with the growth of your business, because people will come and go. You won't build long-term relationships. As well as your damaged reputation. So think about it. We've all sort of seen mortgage brokers, when they come into it, all mortgage brokers tend to know each other. They talk to each other. You've got various events and things like that, trade events, award ceremony, things like that. And if you've got a bad reputation as a business owner, that will spread within the mortgage broker community, and you might not care about that, which is fine, but it may not help the growth of your business, which is what you're trying to do. So from a business owner point of view, think about the mortgage broker as your clients. Treat your mortgage brokers, treat your clients how you want to treat yourself, and that will help you with your growth of your business. So that's from a business owner point of view. As a mortgage broker point of view, think about your front end clients. If you're, again, treat people how you want to treat yourself. So we've talked, like I said before, about building trust is vital in terms of it, and in terms of growing your business. And so reviews are something that people do, mortgage brokers do, in order to build that trust. So think about, if you're over promising and under delivering, again, it's damaged reputation. It's thinking about from a review point of view that you're not going to get reviews from your clients that you're over promising, under delivering on, but you certainly will get positive reviews from the ones that you under promise and over deliver. So just think about your daily interaction with clients, and if you've got that habit of over promising, then flipping that around to under promising. Think about from a client point of view. So if you say to them, you do a first appointment, you do the fact find, you say to that client, today is Wednesday, as an example, you say to that client, okay, I'm going to do my research, I'm going to make sure that there's lender out there for you, and do all the things you do behind the scenes. And you tell that client you're going to get there back to them on Friday, and by Friday you don't get back to them, and that client then has the weekend to stew over it, thinking what's going on, we don't know what's happening. And as I said before, that puts you on the back foot, which is not where you want to be. Is then it's not a good experience, because then the client doesn't know what's happening, and then you are damaging the relationships between you and your client, and then they're less likely to review, they're less likely to recommend you to, and referrals, and recommend you to friends and family. So think about it, you've got to flip that and not overpromise. So if the way to look at it is then, if you sort of do, if you're still doing the work and things like that, then you might keep them updated during that period. However, if you said you're going to get back to them by Friday, get back to them by Friday, worst case. The way that I would look at it from this point of view is, if I saw a client today on Wednesday, and they explain to me, yeah, busy, it's going to take me a few days to do my research and things like that, and I get back to you by Monday, that's then, and then you get back to them on Friday, always give yourself an extra day in terms of you're thinking in your mind, okay, I can do my research, I can do this, I can get that done, and I can get that back to them by Monday. If you then get back to them on Friday, that's such a positive thing. You're on the front foot with your client. You're giving that client a positive message, and and it's about having that habit that you're constantly under promising, over delivering. Get back by Monday, you get back to them by Friday, perfect. If you say, I'm going to do it by Tuesday, you can get back to them by Monday, that's fine. Again, perfect. But just think about managing the client's expectations. But if you're sort of sat here, and because again, you could do unintentional, because you're not able to deal with conflict, you could unintentionally overpromise, under-deliver, because the client could put pressure on you saying, well, we need to get this done, we need to get done, well, I'll get back to you tomorrow. And when you don't get back to them tomorrow, again, you put shot, but you're not able to deal with that conflict and the pressure from the customer. You've got to give the customer realistic expectations. So what I mean by that is, again, whatever you're thinking you can get back to them by, give yourself an extra day. Because if everything goes wrong, and things do go wrong as mortgage brokers, then things will hit you and come at you when you don't realise. Buy yourself an extra day. And so always think about that from that point of view. It's a case of, yep, I'll do my research, I'll come back to you by Monday, come back to them the day before, ideally. If everything goes wrong, things hit you and cases are going wrong, clients' sales are falling through, and all of the things that we have to deal with as mortgage brokers, you've still got Monday to come back to them. And if you come back to Monday, that's fine. That's what the customer's expecting, and that's worst case scenario. That is worst case scenario. That's not best case scenario. That is worst case scenario. So think about it from a client point of view, from a mortgage broker point of view. Think about your clients. Think about your reviews. Under promise, over deliver. Absolutely. It's about long-term careers. It's about retaining your clients. It's about referrals. And it's about growth. So think about that when you are dealing with your client and your interaction, because the clients will remember. They will probably stick with you if you're under promising and over delivering. Absolutely, of course they will. But if you are over promising and under delivering, they probably stick with you through the process, but they're less likely to come back to you next time, because they're less likely to give you a review, and they're less likely to recommend you to friends and family. So don't do that. Make sure that you under promise and over deliver when you're dealing with clients as a mortgage broker. And then just think as a person overall, think about the frustration that when you're on the receiving end of overpromising, so you can do that as a human being as well. So you create those habits as a mortgage broker, create those habits as a business owner, and you will have those habits as a human being as well in terms of under promising and over delivering. And so just think about that from a personal point of view as well. So just to recap, with regards to over promising, under delivering, think about your clients, think about damaged reputation. As a business owner, treat people how you want to be treated. As a mortgage broker, treat your clients how you want to be treated yourself. Make sure that you are under promising and over delivering. Make sure that you're on the front foot with the clients, because that's important to do. So takeaway from me from the podcast is making sure that lose the habit of over promising, under delivering, and create the habit of under promising and over delivering. And thank you for listening to the podcast. Any thoughts, feedbacks, or comments on this week's podcast, please leave them in the chat. Whichever platform you listen to the podcast, whichever platform you watch the podcast on, please leave your comments on there. If you're thinking about becoming a self-employed mortgage broker, or if you're looking to set up your own brand and business as a mortgage broker, or you're looking for a mentor and somebody to coach you on your existing and help you build your existing mortgage broker business, please get in touch, book a discovery call, and then I can explain how I can help you and support you to achieve your goals. And above all, don't forget to run your own race. Thank you for listening to the Mortgage Broker Broadcast, the podcast which helps mortgage brokers at all stages of their mortgage broking career. If you have any questions about this podcast or any topics you want us to discuss, or if you're interested in working with me further, then please get in touch.